Oh man, look at that. She got some attitude now. That looks really tough. Back on the old station wagon. Woo, man. And I am way more pumped this week as the front end just, I mean, I can't get enough of it when I walk in the shop. It's so freaking exciting. Sitting on the weight. So yeah, we're sitting at ride heights, blah, blah, blah. Need to get the new tires and wheels on there. Still waiting on a few things. Whatever. We're not here for that today. We're gonna work on the rear. Get the plan is hopefully this week we'll get her on the full suspension and get her out and get a good look. That is the week's goal. We've got her sitting on this jack stand with the new tire. I really enjoy that ride height. You know what I mean? That's pretty good looking. These cars got, you know, a short wheel well in the front or rear and a tall one in the front. So that's another reason I'm anxious to see it outside. You know, hopefully it don't look goofy, but the roof and stuff is, you know, nice and level. I think the ride height right here, like I say, would look pretty good. Anyhow, we're not going to use much of the rear chassis, much at all. We're just really going to, I really just kind of saved it because I didn't know what we were going to end up doing. But I've kind of thought about it. We're going to end up just using the springs, the hangers, and the rear end shocks. I mean, we're going to try to use everything we can. I'd like to even use the spare tire hanger, just not in this configuration. We can't frame stack it. We don't want to do that. And the frames are about the same width, you know, luckily. So I think we're just going to take the old air hammer, chisel, bam, 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 knock all those off. Like I say, get the leafs in the rear suspension, rear end. We'll probably just pull the shocks off for now, but I would like to use these shocks if we can. That way everything is a Chevrolet, you know, I mean, if we go to order something, shocks, brakes, what have you, you can just go to the regular parts store, boom, I need shocks for an '02 Chevy pickup, front and rear, you know, like it's super simple, nothing custom about it is what we're looking for. Simplicity. Anyways, enough yakking. I'm going to get the old air hammer out, pop off those rivets. That's the fastest, easiest way. Just air hammer, chisel, boom. Take off the shocks, like I say, get the e-brake cables, all that good stuff loose, and we'll slide that baby under there. We need to raise it up a little bit because this is where I'd like it to sit with the weight of the vehicle. So we need to raise it up, I'm hoping like an inch is what we get out of the springs. You know, we settle them, but it may be one of those things we might have to mock it up, lower it down. Oh man, that's too much. We got to raise it up or what have you. Anyways, enough yakking. Thanks you guys for watching. Hope you guys like this project. Rat Fest Rat Rod Build Off. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get going. Well, we're free. Have these little brackets on the inside that come up and connected to the chassis. Real pain in the butt. But yeah, now we're just down to get this out of here and get that rear end under there. Well, that was light. Just kidding. Anyhow, how's this bad boy fit in there? That's what we're really here for. Well, it's looking like we're gonna have to get her down and set her at ride height. Ahead or below or behind this, because our jack stands and our hoist is in the way. So let's reposition, lower her down. I think looks good so far though. All right, let's see if that works. it don't. Now we can't get the tire in there. Well, come on, meow. All right, finally got her under there. The old hoist is creeping on us. I don't know. I don't know what we got going on. I don't have any leaks, but she just get throwing some fits today, I guess. Or she has been for a while, but it's really bad today. Anyhow, rear end's under there. Looks like our front hangers there are going to be on our old chassis. So hopefully I'm going to start lowering her down, and hopefully those just kind of slip right over that. Looks like we'll probably have to cut those, and hopefully that's going to marry up to here, everything, tie it all together. We're going to weld it all. We're not going to bolt or rivet or nothing like that. We're going to weld her all in. So looks like though the front is going to work out, and the rear looking like maybe our springs are a little narrower than our chassis, but I'm not for sure how things are going to work out. So I'd like to just I'm going to set you guys up. We'll start kind of inching her down, seeing how things are going to work out, because I don't know yet. A little too early to tell. Yeah, that worked out. Just popped right in there. I like that. Looks like everything needs to go back a little. Might be down just a little bit too much. Yeah, we are. Passenger side's hung up a little bit. Passenger side's hung up a lot of bit. Got a bracket here on the frame, it's kind of in the way. Let's see how much of a fight it's going to give us. Alright, we had to eliminate that spare tire well, that bracket over there. Looks like everything else is going to work out. Going down a little bit. Well, now we're getting into those front spring hangers, and our rear is looking kinda not ideal, to be honest. All right, our front springs are just kind of getting hung up on the Pontiac frame, which I knew it would, so I'm just gonna go ahead and hack a good chunk of this off down to this hole. Just gonna kind of whack her off straight and get it to where we can just get it down in there a little closer. All right, honestly, not fitting too bad, really, not fitting too bad. That side needs to come this way, so I think we can basically get it right on the edge of that chassis. And then this one's just on the inside. So I think time we move that over, move this over, you know, we'll be just on the edge. So I think on the rear, that's kind of, I've looked at the wheel well, it's kind of where I like it. You know, it's centered up about right there, and the weight is down on it right now. So that should be pretty close to our end, you know, spot. Front wise, again, sitting on the chassis, and look at all that room. We got miles and miles and miles of room. But up here, same kind of situation though. We're sitting pretty good, other than these need to be tilted up, which is no big deal. These corners just kind of got stuck in behind the Pontiac chassis. I think once that's straightened up, this will basically butt up against that, and will be perfect. Up here, our real issue is there's that old tube that goes through, and I think that's what's catching it. It sticks out like, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or something. So I'm gonna basically pull this apart. I'm gonna grind that flush. I'm gonna clean all this up to where we can weld it. I kind of know where we need to weld it at now. Same in the rear. I'm just gonna kind of grind everything all up. And like I say, this side, I feel like is pretty much, this darn pole is right in the way, but I feel like it's pretty much money. We're kind of basically right in line with the front of the wheel well there, and we've got a little extra on the back, which that's factory how it is. This side, we're just a touch forward, you know. We're kind of hugging just the front side of that. A little fatter on this side. Again, once we kind of straighten that out, bring this side back 1/2 inch, I think it's going to be perfect. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. It's taller than I expected, which, again, not upset about. I mean, a 4-wheel drive that's lifted, oh, boo, you know. Anyhow, it looks super cool. I'm going to grind all that up, and then we'll worry about actually getting it kind of squared up, set in there, maybe tacking it, kind of getting it set in. But the rear is going much better, you know, like I expected, I was hoping. And then we can move on to like little stuff, shocks, all that good stuff. So anyhow, I'm gonna, like I say, pull her apart, do a little grind, and yeah, we're halfway there, I feel like. We got the front half, we guessed on it completely, entirely. I basically just made sure that the wheel was kind of straight with the wheel well, which it looks pretty good. And then I kind of just straightened this up. You know, I loosened this up and just made sure these were straight. They were kind of kicked back. That way, you know, you've got full, you know, suspension travel. And then basically, I just picked a spot and I just tacked it. And I thought, well, we'll just kind of see if it works. And guess what, guys, it kind of worked. That's the weight down on it. Like I say, I think the wheel is pretty, you know, good. I think it's where it needs to be. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. I think it looks pretty good. Like I say, I just kind of copied it on this side. We just measured off of this bolt up to that body mount on both sides, got her squared up. Height, same, all that. So the front, I believe, is good. We've got it, like I say, setting down on it. Currently, it's kind of resting on this bracket, you know, haphazardly. We need to get both of them kind of where they set like that. I need to kind of just jimmy around, get them to where they're both kind of rest like that, and then get them tacked into place. And then we'll probably come in on the backside and do like a big plate and gusset it up. You know, I mean, we're definitely gonna have to, you know, strengthen it up. But for now, I just want to get it tacked together so it just kind of sets, and we make sure, you know, that our springs are loaded and all that good stuff. And it's just, that's going to be ride height, is what I'm saying. That's kind of what we want to make sure, because if we need to adjust or whatever, then I want to do that before we nail it down. The only thing we may have to do is mess with the pinion angle, just because whatever, I guess I'm not really paying much attention to that right now. If we got to repitch that later, Right now I just want to get it to where the wheels are centered and it's the right height. That's kind of all I'm worried about at the moment. Like I say, we'll figure out the pinion later if we need to, and kind of keep moving forward. But enough yakking. Let's get the rear tacked. Looking pretty good though. Really like the ride height, man. It's looking tough. Well, a couple tiny tacks on the rear, a leaf spring there, one over there. We're definitely gonna have to, you know, come down and make something to strengthen that up. I'm not for sure. Kind of wondering, but we need to figure out the fuel tank. I'm almost wondering trailer hitch. Should we build that off of that? Tie it into the frame? I don't know yet. But, I mean, one day, look at that. We're bouncing, guys. We got rear suspension. It's in there. It's centered, man. I feel like that's pretty darn good. You know, I'd really like to get it outside and get a good side view of it. But man, I think that looks pretty good. This way we can kind of get a good side profile. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. The rear is up just a little bit, which I don't hate, because we can get 1 to 3 lift keys for the front, torsion lift keys. And you know, we go 1 inch and it wouldn't even affect our ride at all, just by changing the key. So I think that's probably, you know, we'll get an easy inch out of the front. It's easier to kind of go up than down, really. And or we've got a lift block in the rear factory, like a 1 inch if we wanted to go down, but I say we go up, not down, you know what I mean? Looks pretty good though. Happy with it. And really it made it centering it easy, because we were right off our Chevy chassis, you know, so that made it super easy to center, because it's right in line with the front. You know, there's no way it couldn't have been, because we went right off the edge of the chassis. Man, I don't know, turned out slick. Super happy with it. I think we'll regroup tomorrow, move on to shocks. We got plenty to do, but good day. See you then. Good morning. Man, it is too. I can't get the smile off my face. I got a little cleaning done. Had to shove her up here where we could get a little bit of a look. Man, I wish my shop was just a little bigger. But looking sweet, isn't it? Oh man, I love it. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, it's I don't know, better than expected. I think we got the rear looking pretty good. Happy with it. And it's gonna come up a little bit more with the tires. And I mean, we're already like, you know, I'm chest height with the tail light, and you know, I'm hip height with the bumper. Guys, I'm like 6 foot, so I mean, she's setting up there pretty good. I'm happy with it. I mean, it could obviously be taller or whatever, but for a driver, getting the kids in and out, the dog, I think the dog's probably going to struggle a little bit getting in and out of this. Looks good though. I like it. I'm super happy with it. This side I feel like's the money shot, you know, with all one color and stuff. I don't know, it just looks good. Really happy with it. Let me know what you guys think. Throw in a comment, all that good stuff. I think today, like I say, I got this mess kind of cleaned up, and it pushes like butter. So I think we're gonna get her wheeled back. I don't know, maybe I can do her one-handed. We get her wheeled back here, and oh yeah, see, I'm telling you guys, look at this. Like butter, you know? Just rolls so good. That's awesome. Anyways, today, I think we're going to finish getting the rear suspension. You know, it's tacked in there. It's sitting on the weight, but I want to get this stuff a little bit more to where we can put it on the hoist and not worry about anything. So I think we'll go ahead and add some gussets, maybe go ahead and start tying all this stuff in. I feel like we can really start giving her the beans with the welder now. We're happy with stuff. I'll probably pull a couple more measurements, but I'm pretty happy with everything. I think it looks good. And then back here, we definitely need to get something figured out, get this strengthened up, and at least get a good pass on that. Because like I say, we're barely on there. So I think that's going to be first comes first. Get that stuff a little more strengthened up. Get to where we can get back on the hoist. We need to still figure out shocks and drive shaft, fuel tank. That's a couple things that definitely want to get figured out so we can get ordered and keep rolling. So enough yakking. I'm gonna get you guys set up. Like I say, we'll start tying her together. Finally, on the hoist. Sweet. We got rear suspension though, hung, and it's all kind of one rig. That's pretty exciting. Awful bit of work done. You know, we started on this with the 2nd. It's the 20th. That's just a few weeks, and we've got 2 completely different vehicles made into one, and it looks super sweet. I'm excited. Rear suspension, I just kind of quickly, well, not whatever, I just double passed this, got it welded in. We're using my 110 welder on all this because I need wire for my 220 welder. So, and you know, I think we'll use it to kind of burn everything in hot and nasty. I'd like to put you know, a plate here all the way down, maybe gusset this down. I definitely want to make this a lot stronger than it is, but we've got this tail pan we need to figure out. I want to figure out the fuel tank before we get too much further, shocks. But I'm waiting on a couple other things to show up, so it's kind of like we're at a waiting game right now. But at least we've got it as a roller, as one. Things are really working out. I did set the shocks in here. It looks like they will work. We're probably gonna have to cut the mounts off off the rear end and kind of redo them. But I think the shocks will work. The brakes, it's gonna work out phenomenal. That's where the original one is. There's a hole there. Bam, look at that. I mean, we can almost just bolt it right up. Like, works out pretty good. Like I say, fuel tank we got to figure out. That's the fuel lines and stuff there. So, yeah, you know, it's really coming along quite well. Really excited. Like I say, for a few weeks work, we've got it one unit. Tomorrow the weather's supposed to be nice, like 40. They're talking mid 40s. So in the middle of January, I'm thinking, let's get the look. You know, that's what we're all been waiting for. This project, we just haven't got a good look on it. So I want to get the new wheels and tires on it before we get the look. And I really want to see those. Hopefully, that's another reason why I haven't completely welded everything together. Because if I have to change something to make the wheels and tires fit, I will. I don't anticipate that, but you never know, you know? So moving on, tires. We got the old shredders. Of course, I've showed you guys these. The plan is, though, like we did Dirt Digger, I'm thinking we knock off all the writing and all that garbage on the front. We smooth them up with the old sander and have them nice and smooth and slick on the front. I don't know. I thought that looked pretty good. Kind of showy look, whatever. Knocks off the cheap eBay tire look, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, and I think it'll let us focus on our beautiful wheels. So let's get these tires ready, and then we'll move on to getting them mounted, show you these beautiful wheels we're going to put on. So let's get rolling. Well, that ain't working out. The logo shredder, whatever, it's got the lines in it. It's just a little bit deeper than the tire. So I'm kind of flush down with the tire there, and I don't want to keep going deeper just to get rid of that. Not worth it, guys. You know, like, I'm not going to ruin the tire. And this was just kind of a personal preference, fun thing. It worked on Dirt Digger, but we will just, you know, flip the tire around and forget about it, you know? It's not that big of a deal. Anyways, moving on. Wheels. A million different wheels out there in the world. Seems like the most popular thing these days is like the big old 20x12s or 20x14s, the old fatties. I like that look. I ain't knocking it. On the right vehicle, on the right wheel, looks pretty sweet. I personally am more of an old school guy. As you can see, we're going with a 16. I picked out these wheels a few years ago for a daily I was going to do. And sold it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the wheel is just like, I love the wheel. And then when we decided to do this, it was like I have to use this platform because I can use that wheel. Basically built it around the wheel. So pretty excited about it. Long story short, we got rocket racing wheels. I love rocket racing wheels. We got the rocket injectors. They're kind of like the knockoffs of the Hillebrand or whatever. Super sweet gasser wheel, super sweet polished. Discontinued now, so if you want it, you can get it. I mean, you know, maybe you will one day, but I'm excited to have them. They're gonna look so super sweet on this thing. If I remember right, they were pretty spendy when we bought them, like $350 a piece too. Yeah, ponied up for them, but super sweet. I think they're gonna make this thing look just out of this world. Very excited to get them on there. Excited to get these tires mounted up. Well, let's go. Oh yeah, that is bad to the bone. I freaking love it. Let me know what you guys think. That's gotta be the coolest wheel and tire package I've ever had, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's because it just fits this rig so well. I love it. Can't get enough of it. That is so exciting. Can't wait to get the rest of them on. Run into a little bit of a snag, I guess. I don't know, do I call and complain? It's been 3 years now. But what the heck, Rocket? Sent these center caps, and these were, you know, in boxes, whatever. What the heck? Brand new. What? That's not gonna remotely work. So, I don't know, kind of a bummer. I had to call them and figure out what we got for center cap options, but still looks bad to the bone. I love it. Can't wait to get the rest of them on, get this junk pile moved out of the way so we can get her outside and get a proper look at it. Sun's coming out, so let's get rolling. Yeah, she's coming down. Oh man. And she looks good. Wow. That really looks tough. Oh man. Look at that. She got some attitude now. That looks really tough. Love them wheels. Man, you guys gotta let me know what you think of that. Look at that, just LS peeking under there. Oh man. Oh man. This thing looks just so bad to the bone. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna get that mess cleaned up. And we're gonna get this baby pushed outside. Because it can only look better out there. Man, it looks tough. Man, I should have been a weatherman, guys. 45. I don't know, a real feel of 20. 40 mile an hour winds. But we got her out today. Who cares when you got a view like that? Oh man. Guys, thanks for watching. I think we're gonna cut her here. You guys are gonna have to let me know what you think of this old girl. Brought her out to her original spot. Can you freaking believe we're like 3 weeks ago, this bad girl was just sitting here, death row. Now, whoo, she slap you in your face, you drive by. LS, lift, oh man, she's sweet. Remember Rat Fest Rat Rod build off, 2026.
We just got entered into the 2026 Hot Rod Power Tour. Man, it's going to be a good year. Thank you guys for watching. Like, share, subscribe. See you on the next one.